Have you ever thought that a sweet, juicy piece of fruit you eat every day could be silently destroying your health? If you're over 60, listen closely, because what I'm about to share might change the way you view the fruits you once believed were healthy. We're all taught that fruit is nature's gift, full of vitamins, antioxidants, and natural sweetness. But here's the truth: no one tells you. Not all fruits are safe, especially when your body has started to change with age. At this stage of life, metabolism slows down, digestion becomes more sensitive, and your ability to regulate blood sugar becomes more fragile than ever. Some fruits, although seemingly harmless, can have serious consequences, from blood sugar spikes and dangerous medication interactions to worsening joint pain you're already struggling with. Today I want you to sit down, focus, and join me as we uncover 4 fruits that people over 60 should absolutely avoid, along with 4 wonderful fruits you should immediately add to your diet to protect your heart, memory, and joints. If you ignore this information, you could unknowingly increase your risk of hospitalization, pain, or even lose the independence you value so much. But don't worry, I'll guide you step by step, like a friend who's researched and experienced these changes for years. Let's begin, and if you find this information helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0 so I know how to make this content better for you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get more practical health tips made just for people in their golden years like you. Imagine waking up in the morning and preparing a healthy breakfast with a glass of fruit juice or a plate of fresh fruit. You think you're doing something good for your body, but if there's one wrong fruit on that plate, it could quietly cause harm, disrupting your heart rhythm, spiking your blood sugar, or making your aches worse. So, what's the first fruit you need to avoid? Let me tell you about one fruit many people love, but that could become a silent enemy for those taking medications. 1. Grapefruit, the silent enemy for those on medication. Grapefruit, with its rosy pink hue and sweet tart flavor, has long been a familiar breakfast staple on many family tables. It's praised for being rich in vitamin C, fiber, and heart-healthy antioxidants. But if you're over 60 and taking medication, such as cholesterol-lowering drugs, blood pressure meds, or even sedatives, grapefruit could be a hidden danger you never saw coming. Did you know that more than 70% of Americans over age 65 take at least 1 prescription medication? And grapefruit can turn those life-saving pills into a deadly threat. Grapefruit contains a special compound that can block a key enzyme in the liver called CYP3A4. This enzyme is responsible for breaking down and eliminating medications from your body. When this enzyme is blocked, your body can't process the drugs properly, and they build up in your bloodstream, reaching dangerous levels. Imagine the river of medication in your body being dammed, unable to flow. What happens then? If you're taking statins to lower cholesterol, grapefruit can lead to severe muscle damage. If you're on blood pressure meds, it can disrupt your heart rhythm. If you're using anti-anxiety drugs, it can cause excessive sedation, leaving you groggy, unsteady, and more prone to falls. A serious risk at this age. I remember a story from a friend, a 68-year-old man who was healthy and loved grapefruit. Every morning, he ate half a grapefruit before taking his blood pressure meds. One day, he felt his heart racing, so weak he couldn't stand. When he was rushed to the hospital, doctors found that his medication levels were twice the normal amount, all because of grapefruit. He was lucky to survive, but not everyone is. What's the price of casually enjoying grapefruit? A trip to the ER, days in the hospital, and the terrifying realization that your body might no longer be trustworthy. Grapefruit isn't evil, it's just not compatible with people who take medication. So if you're on any prescription drugs, it's time to replace grapefruit with a safer fruit. We'll talk about those better options shortly, but first, let's explore another fruit, small, sweet, and seemingly harmless, that may worsen your joint pain and blood sugar levels. 2. Cherries, sweet but dangerous for arthritis and diabetes. Cherries, with their small, plump red fruits, bring back memories of vibrant summers, fragrant pies, and laughter-filled picnics. Who doesn't love the feeling of biting into a cherry, hearing that little pop as the pit releases? But once you're past 60, these sweet cherries can become a hidden threat. Think about it. A single cup of sweet cherries contains nearly 20 grams of sugar. That's equivalent to a small candy bar. For a younger body with a fast metabolism and stable insulin, that amount of sugar might not be an issue. But for older adults, especially those with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or even undiagnosed insulin resistance, that sugar rush is like a tidal wave, spiking blood sugar levels, causing fatigue, dizziness, and long-term organ stress. But sugar isn't the only concern. Cherries are naturally acidic, and for those dealing with arthritis, joint pain, or inflammation, this acidity can make things worse. I once heard a patient share that after eating a bowl of cherries, she woke up with her knees so swollen and painful, she couldn't go for her morning walk. She thought she was eating something healthy, but it turned out the cherries were amplifying the pain she was trying to manage. Yes, cherries contain antioxidants, but when eaten in excess, especially in the form of juice, dried fruit, or syrup, the sugar and acid content can backfire, increasing inflammation and making you feel worse. Imagine eating a bowl of cherries in the evening, thinking you're nourishing your body. But the next morning, you wake up with intense joint pain, your mind foggy from blood sugar fluctuations, and your sleep disturbed by inflammation. What's the cost? A day lost to discomfort, low energy, and lack of joy. Cherries aren't the enemy. They're just not suitable when consumed in excess or if you're dealing with health issues like arthritis or diabetes. So be cautious with these little fruits and get ready because the next fruit we'll explore is even more common, and its risks might truly surprise you. If you've stayed with me this far, you now know that seemingly harmless fruits like grapefruit and cherries can silently harm the health of people over 60. But the story doesn't end there. There's another fruit, a symbol of health that most of us love, that may disrupt your heart rhythm or leave you feeling weaker by the day. And after that, we'll explore a misunderstood fruit that looks healthy on the outside, but is actually a dangerous sugar bomb. But don't worry, I'm not just here to issue warnings. After pointing out the risks, I'll guide you to the fruits that truly support your body, your real allies in protecting memory, heart health, and joint strength. Keep listening, because this information might be the key to helping you live healthy, active, and full of vitality during your golden years. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to leave a 1 in the comments and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss more practical health tips designed just for you. Imagine you're preparing a quick breakfast, reaching for a fruit you've eaten for decades without a second thought. It's simple, convenient, and praised by everyone as a healthy choice. But what if I told you this very fruit could make your heart beat irregularly or cause you to feel weaker just because you didn't know the truth? Let's uncover the next fruit that people over 60 should be cautious about. 3 bananas, too much potassium, can be harmful. Bananas, with their bright yellow peel and mild sweetness, have long been seen as the ultimate symbol of good health. We've all heard that bananas are good for the heart, reduce cramps, and provide quick energy. And when you're young, that may be true. But once you're past 60, your body no longer processes nutrients the way it used to. And something as beneficial as potassium in bananas can become a risk if you're not careful. Bananas are rich in potassium, a vital mineral that helps maintain heart rhythm and muscle function. But for older adults, especially those with kidney issues, heart disease, or who are taking medications like blood pressure drugs, ACE inhibitors, or potassium-sparing diuretics, excess potassium can build up in the blood and lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. Did you know that as our kidneys age, they no longer filter potassium as effectively? Too much potassium can disrupt your heartbeat, cause leg weakness, or even lead to more serious issues like cognitive decline. I once heard a story about a 72-year-old woman who loved bananas and ate 2 every day. She thought she was doing something good for her body, until she started experiencing irregular heartbeats and became too weak to walk even short distances. When her doctor checked her potassium levels were dangerously high, and the innocent culprit was the bananas she ate every day. What's the price of eating too many bananas? An unstable heart, a weak body, and unnecessary trips to the ER. Hyperkalemia isn't something we hear much about in the media, but it sends thousands of older adults to the hospital each year. The sad part is, most people never suspect bananas, a fruit so familiar, so simple. But simplicity can sometimes be a trap, especially when your body has become more fragile than you realize. So, if you're taking blood pressure medications or have kidney concerns, limit your banana intake. 1 banana a week may still be safe, but always check with your doctor to be sure. And before you start thinking all fresh fruit is risky, let me warn you about one more fruit, one that many people mistakenly believe is healthy, but in reality poses a major threat. 4 dried fruit. The hidden sugar bomb. Have you ever picked up a bag of raisins, dates, or dried apricots and thought you were choosing a healthy snack? Those tiny bags of dried fruit often show up in trail mixes, sprinkled over oatmeal, or even placed in doctors' waiting rooms as a so-called healthy option. But if you're over 60, pause and think carefully before popping them into your mouth. Dried fruit, though it looks harmless, is actually a hidden sugar bomb that can cause serious damage to your body. When fruit is dried, the water is removed, but the sugar remains. And now it's concentrated into each small piece. A handful of raisins can be equal to an entire bunch of fresh grapes, but without the fiber or moisture to slow sugar absorption. What's the result? A blood sugar spike, raising the risk for people with type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or sensitive digestive systems. On top of that, many dried fruits on the market are coated with added sugars or preserved with sulfites, which can trigger issues like asthma, migraines, or inflammation in the gut. I once had a patient, a 65-year-old man, who loved eating dried apricots every afternoon. He thought he was snacking healthily, but then he started experiencing bloating, indigestion, and blood sugar spikes. When doctors tested him, they discovered those dried apricots he loved contained nearly 3 times his daily recommended sugar intakes. What's the cost of eating too much dried fruit? Persistent stomach discomfort, disrupted sleep from indigestion, and lingering fatigue from blood sugar fluctuations. The sad part is that dried fruit is often marketed as a healthy choice, making you believe you're doing something good for your body. But for older adults, they can be a health thief, damaging your heart, gut, and overall balance. So next time you reach for a handful of raisins, stop and ask yourself, is there a better way to nourish your body? Now, take a deep breath and relax, because not all fruits are a threat. Nature has also given us incredible fruits that are not only safe, but act as natural medicine to help you maintain your health, memory, and mobility well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Imagine holding a small, bluish-purple fruit, not flashy, but packed with power to protect your mind. This is the first fruit on the list that you should eat every week. 1. Blueberries, the memory protector. There's something truly magical about the tiny blueberry. It may not be as vibrant as grapefruit or as sweet as cherries, but inside each berry lies a treasure trove of health benefits, especially for those entering their later years. As you age, your memory may begin to fade, and once clear moments can become hazy. But blueberries bring hope, not just comfort, but real protection. Scientific research has shown that blueberries, thanks to anthocyanins, the compounds that give them their distinctive blue-purple color, can cross the blood-brain barrier, reduce inflammation, improve communication between brain cells, and defend against oxidative stress, which quietly wears down memory over time. Eating blueberries regularly can slow cognitive decline, help you make better decisions, and even reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. For seniors, these aren't empty promises, they're lifelines. Imagine being able to remember your grandchild's name more clearly, enjoy sharper mornings, and preserve your independence for longer. Just half a cup of blueberries a day, added to yogurt, oatmeal, or eaten on their own, can make a difference. Blueberries also help regulate blood pressure, support heart health, and have a low sugar content, making them an ideal choice for people with diabetes. In a world full of medications, it's refreshing to know that something so small can offer such powerful benefits. If you've followed me through the warnings about grapefruit, cherries, bananas, and dried fruit, and discovered the incredible power of blueberries, then you're in exactly the right place to continue this journey. We've seen how seemingly harmless fruits can quietly harm us, but we've also found hope in small berries like blueberries that offer real protection for your mind. Now, get ready to meet more of nature's true heroes, fruits that are not only safe, but also nourish your heart, joints, and digestive system, helping you stay healthy and full of vitality well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. If you skip this information, you might miss a simple opportunity to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your life filled with joy. Keep listening, because I'm about to share the final must-eat fruits. and how you can make them a regular part of your daily life. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to leave a 1 in the comments and hit the subscribe button so you won't miss more health tips made just for you during your golden years. Imagine standing in your kitchen looking at a plate of fruit on the table. Wouldn't you want to pick something that not only tastes good but helps your heart beat stronger, your joints stay steady, and gives you a deep sense of comfort from within? The next fruit I want you to know about isn't just a snack. It's a companion for health and simple joy that you absolutely deserve. 2 apples, the fiber hero for your heart. There's an old saying we've all heard as children: an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It may sound simple, even a bit outdated, but once you pass 60, this saying carries more meaning than ever before. Apples are more than just a familiar fruit that reminds us of crisp autumns or warm apple pies. They're silent heroes, offering powerful protection for your heart, digestion, and overall well-being. Apples are rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin, a type of fiber that can trap bad cholesterol in the digestive tract and remove it before it enters your bloodstream. For people over 60, that means apples can help lower LDL cholesterol, reducing the risk of heart attack and stroke, without adding another pill to your routine. I once heard a story from a friend, a 67-year-old man who began eating 1 apple a day after being diagnosed with high cholesterol. After just a few months, his doctor was surprised to see a significant drop in his levels, and he felt more energetic during his morning walks. But apples don't just help your heart. Thanks to their naturally low sugar and high fiber, they also help regulate blood sugar and support healthy weight management, both critical for protecting your joints and heart as you age. But the benefits don't stop there. The fiber in apples helps keep your digestive system running smoothly, easing constipation, a common and frustrating issue as we get older. Plus, antioxidants like quercetin and flavonoids in apple peels offer anti-inflammatory effects, supporting overall health and even reducing the risk of certain cancers and neurodegenerative diseases. Picture yourself biting into a crisp apple, savoring its gentle sweetness, and knowing that each bite is nourishing your body, bringing comfort and strength. Just 1 apple a day, paired with peanut butter, tossed into a salad, or enjoyed on its own, can make a meaningful difference. And if apples are the guardians of your heart, the next fruit is your powerhouse for strong bones, a sharp brain, and even vibrant skin. 3 avocado, healthy fats that nourish the body. Avocado may not be the first fruit you think of when it comes to health, but let me change the way you see it. It's not as vibrant as an apple or as sweet as blueberries, but avocado holds a quiet beauty with its deep green skin and creamy flesh. For those over 60, avocado isn't just food, it's fuel for longevity, clarity, and strength. Avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, the healthy kind your body needs as it ages. Unlike the fats that clog arteries, the fat in avocados helps protect your heart, lower bad cholesterol, and reduce inflammation throughout the body, making it easier for you to move without joint pain. I once met a patient, a 70-year-old woman, who added a few slices of avocado to her breakfast every day. She told me that after a few weeks her knees hurt less and she had more energy. But avocados don't just support the heart and joints. They're rich in vitamin K, which is essential for keeping bones strong and reducing the risk of fractures, a major concern as we age, especially after a fall. Avocados also provide folate and potassium, which help regulate blood pressure, improve circulation, and reduce the risk of stroke. And let's not forget lutein, a powerful antioxidant that protects the eyes from age-related macular degeneration and vision loss. Picture spreading a few slices of avocado on whole grain toast, or mixing it into a green salad. It's not just delicious, it feels nourishing, not restrictive. While many foods are labeled off limits at this age, avocado tells you, I'm here to help, not to harm. And if avocado brings strength to your bones and clarity to your mind, then the final fruit on our list will act as a natural remedy, soothing your digestive system and easing inflammation throughout your body. 4. Papaya, a digestive and anti-inflammatory wonder. In a world full of antacids, joint creams, and shelves of supplements, it's easy to forget that sometimes the best relief comes from the simplest sources. Papaya, with its soft orange gold flesh and gentle sweetness, is more than just a tropical dessert. It's a natural remedy, especially for those over 60 who are dealing with a more sensitive digestive system and persistent joint pain. Papaya contains a special enzyme called papain, which helps the body break down proteins more gently, easing the burden on the digestive system. As you age, meals that were once enjoyable can now cause bloating, indigestion, or acid reflux. I remember a patient, a 68-year-old man, who regularly experienced discomfort after dinner. He began adding a few slices of papaya to his breakfast, and within a few weeks he said he felt lighter, no longer bloated, and slept better. For those on long-term medications or struggling with constipation, papaya provides relief without the need for pills. But papaya does even more. It's rich in vitamins C, A, and E, nutrients that boost the immune system, protect the skin, and fight inflammation, a key driver behind chronic conditions like arthritis and heart disease. For older adults with stiff joints or weakened immune defenses, papaya works quietly to restore balance and reduce internal damage day by day. Just a few slices a day, eaten on their own or blended into a smoothie, can deliver real benefits. Papaya requires no cooking or complicated preparation. It's a gift from nature, ready to serve those who seek true health over quick fixes. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on our journey. We've uncovered 4 fruits that people over 60 should avoid. Grapefruit, which can pose serious risks when interacting with medications. Cherries, which spike blood sugar and inflammation. Bananas, which may lead to excess potassium in the blood. And dried fruits, hidden sugar bombs that can quietly cause harm. But we also found 4 wonderful allies: blueberries, which protect memory, apples, which support heart health, avocados, which nourish the bones and brain, and papayas, which soothe digestion and reduce inflammation. Every piece of fruit you choose is an opportunity to protect your body, bringing the strength and comfort you deserve. If you want to keep living healthfully, moving with ease, and enjoying your golden years with joy, start today. Instead of a handful of raisins, choose a few blueberries. Instead of a banana, try an apple. Add a few slices of avocado or papaya to your breakfast. These small choices, repeated day after day, will build a stronger body, a sharper mind, and a life full of energy. Don't let the wrong fruits steal your health. Choose the fruits that nourish you as an act of self-love. I want to hear from you. Share in the comments one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. If you found this video helpful, leave a 1. If not, a 0 will help me improve this content for you. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share this video with your loved ones. And be sure to watch our next video. 5 common nutrition mistakes people over 60 should avoid. You'll be surprised by what you discover. Thank you for watching, and may you stay healthy and live each day to the fullest.